Morning.
Morning, Mr. Marco.
Good morning. How are we?
Morning, you well? You well?
Morning, mate.
Good.
Right.
Yeah.
We're all right. We're sorry to hear that Stevie Watts is a bit down, and you've not been 100% either, Marco.
Oh, our village where we live has run out of antibiotics.
Wow.
Yeah. A lot of people have just got the common cold. I mean, we test every second day for COVID, but we're clear. But I'm on antibiotics. Deb's on antibiotics. We're just about to come off now. I think we're over it.
Anti-alcohol then.
Yeah.
That's
Yes, darling.
antibiotic alcohol.
Yeah, that's you see, this is where the problem lies. All right.
That's my first drink for 3 days.
What did you have in your hand when I spoke to you a couple of days ago then?
Well done, Fruity. Well done, Mr. Fruity.
That was fruit juice, squash grapes.
It's called a Mai Tai.
Yeah, so you had a good reunion, did you?
Yeah, it was. Met some people I've not seen for a
lovely.
while.
Yeah.
It was very good.
It was very, very good, actually. And I know Fruity knows, and Steve told me, but you know that the hotel, the Philharmonic, which is where on the second day, because everyone was there on the Friday, but Steve and I came on the Saturday. But on the Saturday, we met up at the Philharmonic, and we were taken through to this room that was a part of it's an old gentleman's club, isn't it, Fruity?
Something like that. It was the Philharmonic dining rooms, wasn't it?
And it's very oldie-woldy, wasn't it?
Yeah, I believe there was a theatre close by, and it's where everyone used to go to dine before they went to the theatre.
Yeah, it's just across the road.
Or after one or the other.
Yeah, it's just down the road across the way.
Yeah,
that's right. Well, in this big room, the assistant manageress said, "Oh yeah, this is where Paul McCartney and
Dave, get it right. James... I told you that this is where Paul McCartney was.
Yeah, but I didn't believe you.
You didn't believe me.
I then went and spoke to the assistant manageress, Stephen, who did say it was the room where Phil McCartney.
Phil
McCavity. No,
Phil McCavity.
No, John. What's his name?
Paul McCartney.
Paul McCartney and James Corden. You remember? You know James Corden, Ian? Michael? James Corden. Yeah, the Late Show. Well, he did all sorts of things, you know. But
car karaoke.
Well, he used to do the karaoke car thing with different celebrities, and well, the one he did with Paul McCartney was filmed in Liverpool. And Paul McCartney was taking him around all the different places that, you know, like Strawberry Fields, and then he went to where Paul McCartney grew up, and that was where they made it into this terraced house into a museum and all these sort of things. Anyway, this girl said this is where they filmed this particular part of the show, because it was in the pub. And all the people in the pub were there having a quiet drink, and Paul and James Corden had gone behind the bar to help out serving drinks, and told the Joe Public as they came up to have a drink, go and the jukebox is free, just go and choose what song you want. Anyway, they press a button and it was a Beatles song. As soon as he pressed the button on the jukebox, curtains drew back, and there's Paul McCartney playing live with this band. So, which is what happened. It's a great episode. Have a look at it if you haven't seen that one. It's Paul McCartney and James Corden, Late Show thing. Anyway, I said, well, no, it's not. That's not the room. The flip it. There's no bar in here. Obviously, there's no jukebox, and there's no stage by the window or what have you. And the girl, the assistant manageress said, no, she said, the whole thing was set up.
Of course it was, yeah.
They built the bar. They didn't have a bar. They built a bar, put the jukebox in. All the people having a quiet drink in there were all in on it. They already flipping knew.
Right.
Yeah, but they did bring in some genuine Joe Public at the end of it, didn't they, Fruity? Because they opened the doors up and let people looking through the windows come on in. It's a bloody good episode, but yeah.
Has it gone out yet?
Well,
Oh,
you
yeah,
can just
yeah,
go YouTube, Pete.
Oh, right. Okay.
But the real reason he wanted to go there was because he wanted to go to the cottage. Didn't you, David?
Oh, bloody hell, that's right. Fruity's told me to go to the cottage as well as
Well,
Steve.
it wasn't me. It wasn't me. It was Melvin.
Oh, Melvin.
Who wanted to everyone to
Go to the cottage.
go to the cottage to see this. If you bear with me a moment.
Mm-hmm.
Mel Vinyl.
Yep. You keep having a look for the cottage. But Pete, did you sail with Melvin Vinyl?
No.
I didn't, but you didn't. Macca, you sailed with
I'll tell
Melvin?
I'll tell you a story about Melvin. When I went and did my hotel management training with Trust House 40, I went down to Purfleet in Essex, and it was a Henneke Inn then, which was Trust House 40. And I did my hotel management training with them. And I took over from a guy called Mel Vinyl. And lo and behold, when I went to sea, it just came out in conversation. What did you do? And so I didn't actually know him before he went to sea, but I actually took his position when he left Henneke Inn to go to sea.
No.
Yeah.
It?
Small world. Small world.
Was a nice fella. There was. And saw that. We saw Lady Ascot, didn't we?
Yeah, Lady Ascot.
Yeah.
Lottie.
First time.
Was Lottie's brother there? Was Lottie's brother?
No, only Lottie. Only Lottie.
Yeah. Do you know what? Lottie was saying, why is he called Lottie? And I thought it was because there was a swimmer called Lottie Witts. Do you remember what it was, the reason behind it, Fruity?
No.
It was started in the Dorchester bar on the Ark. I think because he worked with Murphy for a while, so he would know. He was called Lottie on the Ark, definitely.
Yeah, well, when I first met him, he was bureau bellboy on the Canberra in '75. So that must have been before he went to Arcadia.
I've got a question about the Sea Princess, guys, because I had nothing to do with it. So Dave, how did it work with a maiden voyage? Did they go?
It didn't.
I know that, but how did they pick you celebrities to do the maiden voyage?
Well, I'd already made a movie on the Sun Princess. I think they wanted another one. I think they wanted another one on the Sea Princess. I fancied going Aussie cruising. That's why I just
was this in 82 or 80?
No.
79.
No,
79.
I was told the end of '78. I was going there. I was on the Canberra. And we got back into Southampton. I think it was probably as it was going to refit. And I got a message to go to the purser's office. And when I went up there, Maurice Onslow was there, and he said, Dave, when you go today, you're not coming back. He said, we want you to go to the new ship when it comes out next year. So I went on leave from then till the February when I flew out to Singapore to join it.
Oh, you must have got the handbag off then, did you?
What?
You see, look, we're going back to Fruity's cottage for a minute to get off that subject.
You can see that. Yeah.
That's very fancy, isn't it? Yeah.
It appears it's all Royal Dalton. All the fittings
Move
are
over
Royal
to one
Really?
side, Fruity, for a second.
Sorry?
Just move it over to one side.
Well, you want to have a
What
look
are
at the
you doing?
urinals?
Taking photographs in a cottage, Fruity?
I didn't. I found it on the website, Stephen. Thank you.
Yeah, mind you, you can find a lot of things on the website, can't you,
Yeah.
dear?
No, I wasn't so bold as to go in there and take a photo. Well, I didn't wake up in hospital, so I couldn't have done.
Yeah, that was a boner cottage. That one, boner cottage. Yeah,
But David,
I think
didn't you
I think we'll
join
leave-
Sea Princess in Germany for when it was being converted?
when it was still being converted. Yeah, I went in the January out to Bremerhaven.
Yeah.
And it was bloody cold and really a lot of snow that year as well. A lot more than, well, they get it a lot, but it was very, very heavy snow and cold. And then we sailed off and went to, well, what was going to meet you guys in Hong Kong, but there was technical problems with the ship on the way over, and they had to pull in to go to Singapore, where there was obviously better facilities to get the job done. And so we
Yeah,
went,
well-
and that's where you came, didn't you?
Yeah, but I went down when she came into Southampton.
Oh,
After she
what,
left
across from
Germany.
Germany?
Yeah, she came to Southampton and I went down to save having to take all my toolbox and everything out when I flew out. I went down and put it on board
Mm.
in Southampton, just so I didn't have to lug something like that to the airport and what have you.
But you didn't sail with us, did you?
No,
then?
no. I just literally went down, dropped it off. I don't even know whether I had a quick look round or anything. But it was chaos anyhow. It was,
Did they have the Welsh wizards there to fix it?
Well, Welsh wizards were on there anyhow, even
Yeah.
Can't remember.
before it got, yeah. But there were Welsh wizards on
Were
there.
they?
Yeah, Peter
Simon
Farmer
was Simon was on there, wasn't he? Simon the bosun.
Simon Lockyer was coxswain on there, yeah.
Yeah, and he said
Whether
he
he
said
was
it was
there,
problem.
whether he was there then, I'm not sure.
No,
probably
I don't
wasn't.
think he was.
There was, I think, Red Bernstein
Oh,
was
Red.
there.
Yeah.
What's the other guy who lives in Sydney? It was coxswain Decky on Oriana. Dave Partridge.
Oh, Dave Partridge. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was a coxswain safety leading hand.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think who else, because they sort of ran the lead. They set up the lead man's bar on there and ran it to start with. Just trying to think who else. What other coxswains were there at the time?
There was the old guy. Remember Harry? Would not Harry?
There
He
was
always
Jimmy.
at the top of the gangway.
Well, he was probably there with Ricky then.
All right. Okay. Yeah. Of course, Ricky was at the
Yeah.
at the
Oh,
thing,
Ricky
wasn't
Older.
he? Yeah.
There-
Yeah.
There was Jim with a big grey beard, but he lived in Whitchurch, not far from me, but he's passed away now within the last couple of years. But I'm not even sure if he was there right in day one. Somewhere I've got a photo.
So what did Ricky Older do when he left the sea?
I've got no idea. No idea.
You didn't talk to him at the reunion?
Yeah, we did, but I did. He was at our table, but I can't remember.
I'll be honest, I don't know, because after
He was at sea for he stayed quite a long time, didn't he?
I'm not really sure. All I know is when the last time I'd seen him was when I went to the Duchess's funeral, and he was there with Melvin and Dave Williams down in Fareham, I think it was. And that's the first time I'd seen Ricky, I think, since I'd left. And that's a few years ago now.
Was it Dave? Hello, Bobo.
Good morning, guys. How are you? Sorry to interrupt there.
No, it's fun.
No,
It's
you're right.
good to see you. Bobo. We were just talking about obviously the Liverpool reunion and the faces that were there.
Sounds good. You sound like you had a good time.
And we were just talking. I know that Fruity got told he was going to join the Sea Princess at the beginning, and I'd actually offered to go there because I wanted to do Aussie cruising. But for Pete, you were obviously coming off the Arcadia, and was it just automatic that anyone on the Ark was going to get put on there?
Yeah, but more or less, because it was all supposed to be done in Sydney. and because of the problems of the ship, some people had to extend their weren't contracts their time on the Ark. But we were offered to go, some of us to go home because they'd completed some of them longer, 4 months. But most people went straight over when it got to Singapore.
Yeah, because it should have been Hong Kong, shouldn't it? The start.
Well, I thought it should have been Sydney.
No, I think originally it was Hong Kong.
Yeah,
But as Dave said, it was delayed or something.
Yeah.
Wasn't it delayed coming out of Germany, and then it got
Where did you
sent
join,
out,
Dad?
and
Where did you join?
there was loads of problems while they were
and there were
going
still
across.
more problems needed. Yeah.
Oh, there were problems every day, Dave.
Yeah.
Well,
You're being kind.
when we sailed from Singapore, we kept stopping, and Captain Love used to come on. Oh, we've stopped again.
Was it problems or what? What was wrong with the ship?
I think one of the things, it was something like when we left Singapore, there was some intakes or outlets or something kept getting blocked.
Yeah.
Which is why they had to keep stopping to clear it. Something to do from the engine room, I think. I just vaguely remember something about something that kept blocking.
All I remember is the flooding was everywhere.
Yeah, plumbing wise, there was
Passenger
lots
accommodation,
of
crew accommodation.
Well, reputedly, one P&O bought it from what was it? Was it Swedish American when it was the Kungso?
Yeah, they poured cement or something down.
A load of disgruntled crew members chucked cement down the scuppers.
Oh my!
Yeah.
Because if you remember, using a toilet was quite a dodgy affair.
Yeah.
Well, we can see by the picture behind you, Fruity.
But if you remember, they had a foot pedal to flush them.
Oh, that's right.
And if you weren't careful, you pushed that foot pedal, you could get splattered.
Yeah.
And if I remember rightly, there was some toilets and showers almost opposite my cabin on A deck. And I seem to recall there was a broom handle in there. You used to partially shut the door and push this pedal with a broom handle.
From a distance.
Yeah.
So you were off into the shit there, were you?
If it was a blowback, it went up the door and not over you.
Oh, luxury.
That would have been shitty.
Oh dear. So Micah, when did you first go on and where were you before that?
I think I went from Canberra. Canberra to Sea Princess.
And you flew out to Sydney, did you, for that?
Sydney. Yeah, Deborah joined in Singapore. She left the Arcadia and joined Sea Princess.
Mm-hmm.
And then I didn't know it then, and I flew out. I joined it in Sydney. Yeah, Sydney.
What year was that? Was that in the 75?
Oh, darling.
Not 75. I mean in the 79.
79.
Yeah, it would have been 79, 80. I've got my discharge book somewhere.
That was good. So
Who's trying to get in? Martin.
Martin's in now.
Good evening.
Yeah.
Good morning, where you are.
Oh, and hello, Martin. And Bobo hasn't had a chance really to talk yet, but we're still on about the Sea Princess and the Liverpool gathering, and then we were just asking when everybody first went on the Sea Princess. But both of you were mentioned on the day. Obviously, I'm not going to say what was said while it's live because it upset me and it would certainly upset you too. All right.
Nothing upsets me, David.
Well, you've got me curious now.
If you were only curious, Martin, that would be fine. But it was great meeting up with obviously guys you sailed with yourselves out there. They're over here in that Lady Ascot and that David Williams, wasn't it, Dave?
Dave
And he was
Williams,
the one that became a KFC. He still works for KFC.
Actually, no, he died. He passed away.
No, there's another guy, one of the group. is that we met up with is still, he's like the area manager for KFC, the southwest of England.
Oh, it's not Tony Greer, is it?
No, because Tony
No,
didn't come.
No.
Yes, he did. They were there on the Friday. Tony and Gal were there
no.
Friday.
Oh, that's a shame.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a
was it
shame because
was it
I
Andy?
sailed with both of them.
Was it Andy Marden?
And yes, it was.
Yeah. He was a PRS on the PP with me. Yeah.
Yeah,
And
and
his
his wife's
girlfriend.
His
His
wife's
wife,
Liz.
Yeah.
And he's the area manager, isn't he? For
I'm
Okay.
not sure what he did.
he lives near Poole in
How
Yeah,
Dorset.
that's right.
How old is he then, Dave? Now?
He's just a bit younger than Des in Ireland.
Well,
That's fucking old then.
I beg your pardon. I don't like the way you're referring to someone over your age, Mr. Martin.
David, Dave, I joined the Sea Princess on the 21st of September, 79.
79.
And I left the Canberra. I was second storekeeper on the Canberra.
What
And
did
I
you
went
join?
se-
Did he go straight in as a PRS on the Sea Princess?
Me?
Yeah.
Never PRS. I was never PRS in the CP. I was section waiter and assistant head waiter.
Ah.
Yeah, you were in the
I'm-
cabin next door to me on the CP.
He's still got a drawer full of Ben Ain labels.
Has he?
Yeah. You wouldn't put them on a bottle. You'd always take them off. Put other ones on.
Oh, great.
Well, perhaps those are the ones you took off then.
Well, you should know, darling. I think your cabin was only up the alleyway, wasn't it?
It
On the
was.
left-hand side.
So, Bobo,
Forward on the port side there.
congratulations.
Be nautical.
Well done to your product. I mean, obviously, we've loved the Fruity Liverpool production, but your interview with Des was very, very good. Very good.
He is a legend. He's the nicest.
Amazing.
Yeah, I mean,
How old is he, Bobo? How old is he?
90.
yeah.
You know.
Wow.
Still cycles, doesn't he, Bobo?
I went in, and he sort of didn't. Obviously, he didn't remember me at first, but when we sort of started talking about things, his sort of memories all came back. But he was pretty good, and
Where did you meet him?
I
Where
went
did
to
you
his.
meet him?
I've just done a week Macadam drive. I drove south of Ireland, so I've been in the south of Ireland. And
So how did you find his address?
Oh, Taffy visited him.
Right, okay.
Before,
That's right.
and he's easy to find. He's in this little village, which right next to a pub, right next to the pub. And honestly, he looked after me, and and then once his memory kicked in, it was great. And then
So, Barbara, I'm sorry to interrupt. So you knock on the door, and he answers. He says, "Well, who the fuck are you?"
no, not quite. He's very welcoming, isn't he? He
Oh yeah, he loves the fact that somebody he knew so many years ago has arrived and to say hello. He loves it. Yeah,
and he's so fit. He took later on once I'd done the interview and stuff. He said, "Come on, we'll go for a ride on the bike." And he's actually got a brand new bike as well. He's got his old bike, and he said, "You can ride my new bike." And I tell you what, he was up in front. I had a hard job keeping up with him.
Okay, so we're out here at Kilmer Hill, and here comes Des. We're out for a ride. Good man, Desi. Yeah, I'll follow you in a second. Keep going. So there we go. I've got the new bike of Desi's, and Des is off in the distance, and I'm going to catch him up. Okay, let's do it.
We went for about half an hour, and he showed me, like, where he showed Taffy, very proud of his little village. There's only 2 streets in the village, and I think 2 pubs. There was heaps. But his mind is pretty good, and he really enjoyed. And Taffy sent him a load of pictures. Because when Taffy went, he sent him an envelope of pictures, and he was very proud of them and showing me them. And yeah, so but what a guy! I mean, I spent a lot of time with Des. I just can't remember which bar I worked with him in. Whether it was, I thought it was a monkey bar I worked with him.
I know, Bobber, because you said the Stone Gallery. I know when I was working the Stone Gallery, that was before 75. We had an Irishman called Murphy. But I don't know whether we just call him Murphy because he was Irish. But I tell you what, on Good Friday, all of a sudden, he became very popular in the Stone Gallery. We didn't find out till later, and I don't know if Scotty was doing the box or something, but he was saying, I can't be taking your money on Good Friday. So okay, he was giving all the drinks away. So we had to send him down.
But Bobo, I can see from the picture behind Colonel that you learnt all your reporting skills and camera work way back when you were with Colonel on the Banana.
Oh, that's right. I was his sound man and everything. But most of the time, I was carrying all the gear.
Yeah. It never changes.
I think that was in the Pango or someplace in the Pacific, Bobo.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh, hey, well, morning,
that was a lovely
Taffy.
little port. That was
Good to see you, Taffy, and yeah, thanks for giving Bobo the address for Des.
Yeah, I've enjoyed your broadcast, Bobo. It's lovely to see him again. I would have gone over in the spring and maybe called in on him. Last time I was over there, he took me to a Gaelic football match.
Oh, did he? Oh.
Yeah, I put the Taffmobile in his backyard.
Wow.
And I think that's maybe when I bent my bicycle because I must have pushed into one of his walls. I didn't even know I'd done it until a month or so later when I got home. But I parked up in his backyard, and his nephew was over visiting him from Bristol. Yes, he's got connections with Bristol over the Welsh Channel. So I didn't want to interfere, and I thought it's going to be awkward for him because his nephew had just arrived and was staying with him, but it wasn't, because I like to stay in the van in anyhow. And I just said, don't worry about me. I'll be in the van. I know how to... but they were going to see their local team play in a cup final, a Gaelic Cup final.
Wow!
And they took me in the car, and it was brilliant because by the end of the game, I knew all the rules. I'd worked it all out, and I thought, yeah, it is a really talk about fitness. It was actually women, and they were about from probably 18 to early 20s. And talk about fitness. You see people not kicking a ball around you with soccer and mini rugby and everything. But the fitness level of them, I couldn't believe how much more it was full on.
I think Gaelic football is similar to Australian rules football. I'm not sure, but I think, and they are very fit people. I mean, they do a lot of jumping and catching and
The game never stops, and I was walking around the pitch because that's what I like to do in any of it. Following the game and working the rules out and everything. But what it amazed me was the fitness levels that they must have to play that game.
It's an obsession with people in Victoria.
Hello,
in Victoria, Melbourne, they love it.
Hello. Hi, everyone.
Hello, Miss Debbie.
I've been listening to everything.
So Debbie, we've been talking about Liverpool, you know that, with the gathering.
That was fabulous. Dave, well done. That video was fabulous.
It was. That was
so
wonderful one, you know, and the people Well, Steve Walker and I, we didn't know lots of the folks, but we did know. Steve knew them from one show. I knew some of the boys from the Sea Princess anyway. And Paul Houghton, the musician, was there with his wife.
Paul Houghton, yeah.
Did you
Was
see
Paul
his...
there?
Yes,
Paul
he
and
was.
Dawn, yeah.
Yeah, Paul was
I didn't
there.
see Paul. He wasn't there.
Yeah, and his wife Gail.
Dawn.
Well, I didn't know because she was a dancer. Did you guys sail with her, see her performing?
Yeah.
I didn't sail with her. I knew Paul.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Oh, blimey.
Oh,
Now,
Brendan.
Oh, Miss Cole. Varden, dear.
Brenda, Varda, what's
she
she
is.
doing?
Yes, the parents, darling.
Brendan, it's 9:30 in the morning. What are you doing up? It's good.
This morning, my sister's covering my brother's breakfast duties, so I've got the morning off. So I haven't been into the crew bar for a couple of weeks. So I thought I'll try and make the effort and get in this morning to see catch up with you on Queens.
Yeah.
Well, you've picked a very good day for that, dear. Yeah, where's your picture of the cottage, Fruity? You better show Brendan the cottage because then you'll feel at home, Brendan. This is from Fruity in Liverpool.
That's not a sentence you hear very often, Dave, is it? Fruity and cottages, 2 words in the same sentence.
No.
It wasn't my idea either, Brendan.
Anonymous, they go hand in hand.
Oh God, flipping heck.
Debbie Macco, great to see you. Martin,
Nice to
hello.
see you too.
G'day, Brendan.
We're freezing.
Debbie, it's lovely to have some glamour on the show.
Thanks, Alan.
Thank you. I don't know about that.
Fruity, that means you've dropped down one level. You've dropped down one level in the glamour. Oh, there she is. There's the cottage.
There's the cottage there.
She's just going down. She's going down.
Wow. Where are those?
It was a place called the Philharmonic Dining Rooms in Liverpool. And I don't expect you knew Melvin Vine, or Melvin Vine obviously had heard something about these cottages there. So said, well, let's all go and meet there, not in the cottage, but in the pub.
Although some of us did meet in the cottage.
But we couldn't all get in there for a group photo. That was the trouble.
That would have been good. That would have been good. Yeah.
That's
Apparently,
when you got too many queens in one spot.
Apparently, Fruity told me that the actual attendant in there, you can take your drink in, and he actually does a full service. He unzips your fly and actually holds your penis while you finish your drink.
And then he drinks your drink.
Go to bed.
So Fruity went quite often.
Oh dear. It was good to see faces. Oh, and Pemberton was there, Dave Pemberton, and we'd seen him in Southampton as well. So Dave was there, and Ollie.
That was Lady Ascot. Was she?
Lady Ascot, great.
Yeah.
Very, very nice, very nice. Because I'd not met Lady Ascot before, seriously, because he wasn't on the Sea Princess when I was there.
Who was he on Canberra when you were there?
Greg Walker.
No, Greg Walker.
And his wife Maria. She's lovely.
Yes, yeah. And who was the other? Oh, I'll tell you what. Minge.
Oh, Minge? Kevin Smith.
Yes, Kevin Smith. Well, she's outrageous. Flipping great. Got all the pictures out, saying, "Oh yeah, what ships were you?" And he showed me all these pictures, and she was in drag in every single picture. Picture.
Which one was that, Dave?
Kevin Smith.
Kevin, tall,
young. He was a bit younger than us. Tall.
I never got to speak to him. No.
There was there's a photo that someone put into the mix, and I think it was something they'd seen it in the Maritime Museum in Liverpool.
Mm-hmm.
And it's Kevin in it. I'll see if I can find it and put it up.
Oh, brilliant. Yeah, but no, a nice lad, really nice lad.
So what ship was he on?
He was on Canberra. He went to the Falklands.
that Dave?
He went to the Falklands on the Canberra.
Yeah.
And then he was on Sea Princess.
What did he do?
It was barman, assistant barman.
Oh, assistant bars. Right.
Who was that, Dave?
Kevin Smith. It was after your time, Debbie.
Oh, was
after mine too.
Yeah. Well, it would have been after Aussie. It was after Aussie cruising because he certainly wasn't there at the beginning. And then the Falklands was 82, so he must have gone there after that.
Yes.
Yeah, I'd left by then. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just about.
There's a picture of him. It's not a very good one.
In the middle.
It's him with Ursula, and I'm not sure.
You can't see. You only see.
No,
can't see fully.
No, I'd have to crop it to be able to get it in.
Don't worry.
Yeah, if you send me the picture, if you send me the picture, Foods, I should be able to get the full frame on it.
Yeah. Yeah, it's only because of
So Dave, on the photos that I've looked through the thing, but I didn't catch Tony Greer. Was he there in that first group at the hotel on the Friday night?
Yeah, they're in the video. Him and Gail.
Right, I'll have another look.
Wait a minute, let me see if I can find a picture.
Couldn't recognise a lot of people. I would have loved to have known names and known exactly who a lot of the people were. I sort of knew faces, but.
Well, Debbie, we can have a look through, and if we can see, we'll tell you who they are now, because half of them I wouldn't have known what they looked like when they were younger anyway.
Yeah,
because
that's the thing.
But
luckily, was Lenny Turner there?
Yes.
Yeah. Lenny was there.
Yeah, he's in picture. He is definitely in the pictures there at the Philharmonic pub.
Because he lives in Liverpool, I think.
Do you know what? I was talking with Lottie Witts and Steve. You asked, didn't you? Said this is a great venue. What made you decide on Liverpool? And it was because of Lenny Turner, because Lenny sadly, mobility wise,
he's in a wheelchair,
wheelchair bound, no legs, but a personality is still well there. And he'd said to Lottie, I'd love to come to a reunion, but I'm pretty restricted on travel,
That's really nice you did that.
So that's why Lottie would do it in Liverpool.
Yeah, I shared a cabin with Lenny.
Did
you? Brilliant time.
Yeah.
Such a dry sense of humour as well.
Yeah.
So
how did you
never
get
got
around?
a raucous laugh out of him, but he could tell you some stories, I tell you.
I know. I always remember when he came in the crew bar, because at that time, when we first started doing this, we were thinking, well, what happens if someone comes in who we didn't sail with? And obviously, since then, I never sailed with Macca and that, we become friends, right? So there was Lenny sitting there, and we had no idea. And once Colin Doughty made a kind of a joke about wheelchairs in his bus, and he said, "Well, I don't have any legs." And the fact is, I think I was having one of my moods, and I was not feeling down, and I thought, well, fuck me. Here's me feeling sorry for myself, and there's the guy, cheerful as can be, no legs, and so that was just a wonderful moment for me.
Yeah.
So what happened to him? Does anyone know what happened?
Diabetes.
Diabetes.
Is it?
Yeah.
Definitely diabetes.
Yeah. Okay. To lose the legs, but
legs and eyesight, isn't it?
Yeah. But honestly, he was great, because when we turned up at the place, that Steve and I had been down into Liverpool, it's the other part, with the museum, not to go in it, but just to go have a walkabout. Came back up there, and it was a real good crowd there. They'd been there for hours already, hadn't you, Fruity?
What, in that Philharmonic?
Yes.
No, I got up there about 2:30. When I got there, there was Lenny, Steve Burgess there. Maybe a couple of maybe a couple of others. Then Munson came in, and then everyone else started to arrive.
Yeah, oh,
I
right.
didn't see any photos of Mickey.
Yeah, one or so.
I didn't see any photos of Mick Munson.
Yeah, Munson was there. Yeah.
Yeah,
we
don't
got off the
forget.
train and phoned Ollie. He said, "Oh, we're in Matthew Street. That's where all the Beatles stuff is." So me and Dave made our way to Matthew Street. Next thing you know, he's rung him. He says, "Oh, we're in the Philharmonic, which is the other side of town."
So we
They're
came.
trying to get away from us.
Yeah, I think
Munson did the full
well,
tour. He went everywhere on it with his sister. Was it his sister-in-law, Dave?
Who?
Mickey Munson.
No, even on the Friday night, he didn't even come to the bar. He went off out on his own. He wanted to go to the Cavern Club.
Yeah.
And he went to the Cavern Club. And then on the Saturday morning, after breakfast, he went off and did all sorts of things. I think he went on the ferry. I think he got the ferry over.
Yes.
And then came back. Where else he went, I don't know. And then he met us up in the Philharmonic.
Did he go to the Maritime?
Yeah, he wanted to go exploring.
But he was great, wasn't he, Fruity?
Yeah. Well, considering he's 80.
Wow.
Yeah.
You know, actually, when we left on Sunday morning to walk up to the Lime Street station, he said to me, he said, "I'm really pleased he came." He said, "I was very sort of uneasy, didn't really know whether to come or not." He said, "But I'm really pleased that I did."
Good.
You know.
Yeah, but he said that about the 3 greyhounds as well, Dad.
Yeah.
Well, I think.
And then he loved it.
He went out. Right. Yeah.
And Worcester.
Yeah. Well, you know, when we went to that in the reunion, you know, on Friday night we went up for a meal in Spoons, and then Sunday we went to a while with TB, and then we met.
Yeah. Oh, blood. Well, we didn't ask Martin. Well, we saw you'd had that lovely trip away, didn't you, with your lovely wife, didn't you, for a few days?
Oh yeah, up the Hunter. Yeah, very nice. It's getting very cold now. It's getting very cold now. Oh, I should have gone to Fiji with Mecca a few weeks ago. That sounds very nice.
Oh yeah, 6 days of rain.
If you think it's cold, you want to be here.
Oh, we didn't hear that. We thought it was.
Yeah.
Debbie, you did get a sunny day, didn't you? You did get a sunshine.
We got about 2 hours on the last day.
Oh dear.
2 hours.
That's a
It
bummer.
was terrible. Shocking.
And yet, Doris, if you think it's cold, you want to be here. It's mid-June, and people have got their central heating on.
Yeah.
It's awful. It's awful.
Seriously.
To answer your question, Doris, to answer your question, it was a huge bar bill.
Sorry?
It was a huge bar bill, darling, to answer your question.
I bet it was. I bet it was. It looks like you're showing the signs of it as well.
Yeah, so you're cold there because our daughter's just gone to London to live for a while. I don't know how long she'll be there. And she said, "Mum, I've been wearing my puffer jacket and I think I'll have to buy an electric blanket."
Yeah.
It's cold and wet.
Where is she in London?
Fulham.
Fulham. Oh, that's nice. Yeah, it's a nice part.
She's staying with Ian's nephew. He's got a flat there, so she's staying there. She's looking for a job at the moment.
Right.
There's loads of work.
Yeah, she'll get something.
Depends what she wants to do, but there's loads of work.
Yeah, she's been talking to recruiters and looking and a few interviews. So I'm sure she'll get something soon.
Oh, that's
she's just
good.
enjoying herself. Yeah.
Why not?
Definitely.
Well, the weather will turn. I think next end of the month they're talking about the weather improving, and but yesterday was only 61 and grey and wet.
Yeah, that's like here.
We might get one nice day. We're lucky. We might get one nice day.
Yeah.
Bobo, you looks nice.
Went to the Tribune of the Colours, didn't they? And they said they got wet.
Yeah. They had a bit of rain.
They're all checking Catherine out, see how she was. I think she looks.
I don't think Mick went.
Painfully thin.
She always has been. She's always been She has.
Yeah, but
been.
seems to have got thinner since she's had this chemo and everything.
No wonder.
I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She was brave to go there today, though, to do that.
But
I mean, credit to her. I mean, it's not easy, that stuff.
No, oh
Yeah.
my God, she's
Tough.
fabulous though. In the face, I mean, she looks good. Seeing what she's been.
I must say, I was really impressed with Bobo's interview with Des Millican, because I know Alan saw him about a year or 2 years ago, and to see him chatting there at 90 years of age, what a marvelous
I didn't
guy
see
he
the
is.
interview.
No, I haven't seen it.
No.
Fantastic.
Yeah, it's on this. It's on what's the name? Isn't it?
I'm going to post it on the end of this of the crew bar recording. So
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
It wasn't long ago he used to come out and stay here, was it? Remember he used to come and stay with Mick Callow.
Yeah. Well, the first time I came out, well, we were all sat in the yacht club, and he turned up there.
Yeah.
Just walked in.
That's right.
He was last there, but he used to come to Australia all the time, lots of times.
He did.
Yeah.
Loved it.
Well, he was on a push bike when Alan saw him. He was cycling all around the country lanes and whatever.
Yeah.
He was in his late 80s then, I think, right, Alan?
Oh.
Yeah, 88. Well, I saw him last year at the reunion as well.
Yeah.
I went down there.
Oh, good on you.
And he wasn't as fit as he was 2 years prior, but he was still, and he told Bobo he still goes out for 40 minutes every day on his bike.
And he walks, Tappy. He walks well. And they all know the village. I mean, I walked in the village and everyone said hello to him. And then, God bless him, he went to the little shop opposite and got a chicken curry for me. He said, I'll be at Yeah.
Lovely man.
Lovely.
Does he live on his own?
Yes.
Is he on? He lives on his own.
Yeah.
And does he cook? Bobo, does he cook?
Yeah. The house he lives in, he was born in. So 1934.
That's like Mickey Munson.
Yeah.
1934. He's been living in the house since he was born, 1934. And it was that his family or his mum and dad had a shop. So the room next to the main room is empty now, but it used to be, the little shop, the little corner shop.
Yeah.
So does he still have a beer in the pub? Does he still go in there?
Don't know whether Taffy. Do you know whether he drinks or not?
Well, he never took me in there, but I think he still enjoys a Guinness, but we never got on to that conversation.
Yeah. No, I didn't.
Yeah.
But next door to the pub, he just walks straight out the door into the pub.
Brilliant, bro. Yeah.
Well, it's great because he obviously doesn't do all the technology stuff.
No.
But by doing that interview, he was able to share it all, and it was great. So we're all up to date with how he's doing. It's a fantastic story.
Yeah,
I really enjoyed it. It was really good.
It was. Yeah.
All the photos, I haven't seen the interview yet.
Yeah, I thought it might be a bit long because it's 3 minutes something. So
no, it's fine. It's fine, Bobber. It's fine.
Yeah.
It was a good. It was another scoop, Bobo.
Another scoop. Yeah.
Yeah.
But
You've done it again.
Yeah.
But what
Well, I just mentioned it to Johnny before. We're on 4 years now, Gruber.
Yeah.
4 years. Wow.
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah.
And we still all, I don't know, Macron and Martin would know, and Debbie, but we're still hoping to do a reunion in 2025 in Edinburgh. There's no details going out yet, but I'm hoping just plant that seed with everybody, and then
We're wanting to get to Scotland, aren't we?
next autumn, maybe September, October, Edinburgh for a few days and catch up.
Well, I'm heading over to Scotland on the boat next week from London, and then, believe it or not, at my age, I'll be camping.
So, Bobo, if you're going there next week, you might have a bit of a long wait before we all come up, but save us a seat.
I'd like to get there early.
Yeah,
great.
Don't mention the number 5 to any Scotsman.
Oh no! Why have you done that now, Brendan? Why?
Well, they're quick to get on to us about it, aren't they?
They lost 5-1.
Oh, sorry.
In fact, Germany scored all 6 goals.
Yeah.
Be doing that.
Where's Alistair? Talking about Scotland.
Well,
Been for a while.
Yeah,
Yes,
not
that's
Been for a
unusual.
while.
Nothing
You
to
listen to
do
all
with the
these pops
football.
until England get beat, and then they won't be so cocky. Hey, Miss Cole, you wait till England lose to Serbia. Then I'll get back on with you.
Yeah. We're
You
still in
old
with a
queasy.
shout on the Eurovision. How did Australia get in the Eurovision? That's what I want to know.
Eurovision.
And also the other program we had, which was Britain's Got Talent, most of the contestants came from Japan.
That's right. I reckon they sent a bus over there. So
they had a jumbo jet full of Japanese. They were all entering the bloody competition. Britain's got no talent. It should have been, you know. Bloody great still. Anyway, but
what's the news in Oz then?
Another quick, well, actually, Brendan, good to see you with you here. Have you got? I know you do a lot of work at certain times of the year, but you obviously the election only comes around 4 times a year. But you've been at the polling stations assisting there, and the Olympics comes around even longer than that. But you still assist with the Olympics. Is that correct?
No, I haven't
And
done
the golf.
anything in the
And the
Olympics.
golf.
I did the golf.
Yes, the golf.
But I'm doing the election. I'm going to be a polling clerk at the election, and I really enjoy it because it's a real education in how it all works, and it's all very strictly controlled. But what I do, I love sort of greeting everyone. Meet and greet, typical. Welcome to the polling station. Thank you for casting your. And some of them just completely blank you. They just walk straight past you. I thought, I'm going to get you on the way out, you bastard. And then they come through and say, well, thank you for voting and taking part in the democratic process. And they still blank you.
Oh, that's awful.
Brendan, I did that.
Some weird ones turn up.
I did it in Australia. I had so much fun. I did it in the centre of Sydney at one of the TAFEs at Ultimo. And I was doing that job. I was the guy that fed them to the lions and stuff, and some of the people were so funny. I'll tell you this one story. I'd have to edit it out, Colonel, but in the line, and there was this English Scouser came up, and he was laughing, and he said, I'm just gonna draw a penis on the voting paper. I said, do what you like. You would not believe it. I was doing pre-voting, right? So it was a week in this station. And then after that, I went to the warehouse in Sydney doing the counting of the votes.
Okay, yeah.
I'm counting the votes from the station I was in. There's his vote paper with a big penis drawn on the ballot. And what we used to do was, because we were all characters in working there, and we'd always put those on the top of the pile. I couldn't millions of votes, and I would count in that vote.
If you put anything but an X, it's a spoiled paper.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, that's right. Is it mandatory voting over there?
Yeah.
No, because we got 70 million. I mean, Australia's only got about 10 million, isn't it? I think. It's pretty low.
But it's mandatory. You've got to get your name crossed off.
Yeah. You have to
vote. You don't have to vote. You can put a blank piece of paper in the thing if you want to, but you've got to turn up and get your name crossed off.
The problem here is they don't know who. Problem here is we don't know who there is to tell they got to go there.
Yeah,
like that. Yeah, there's an election in 2.5 weeks, and I've not a clue who's standing in my area.
No, we never decided. It's a bit.
No, you never do until it's about to happen.
You can find out if you dig
they
around.
promise you the world.
You can. I know you can. Yeah, I know.
Oh,
but nobody's been round canvassing. Nobody's got to. There's no leaflets through the door. Nothing.
Yeah.
Well, I'm voting for Fruity. All right, because he's near enough to me, and I like him. All right.
What's his political party called? The cottage party.
Oh, yeah. Lap your wrist.
What's all those pictures of cottages in Liverpool? It's a you know.
That was purely to add into the little video, Brendan. That was all.
Your collection.
No, I don't have a...
cottage in Balmain.
But actually, you talk about cottages. There's a cottage in Aberdeen. There's a pub in Aberdeen. You go down the stairs. I can't remember what it's called. It's a very old pub. And there's a coal fire in the cottage. You can actually warm your hands before you do anything. Get your hands nice and warm.
I'll tell you what, Brendan.
Brendan, it's called friction.
Pardon?
Brendan, if there's cottages downstairs, it's got to be a Weatherspoons.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
I'll try and find, if anyone's in Aberdeen, I'll try and find the name of that pub, because it is just worth visiting for the gents' toilets.
Well, you better go when you do that trip to Edinburgh.
We're getting tours of gents' toilets now. Come on, Brendan.
Yeah. Well, we say that we're going to look forward to Bobo's next tour, and where it will be in the cottage. Is that right?
Is it going to be called the cottage tour?
Something like that. Yeah. Definitely. Well, look, boys and girls, it is coming up to 10 o'clock our time. What's it over in?
It's 7 o'clock. Yeah,
7 o'clock.
Dinner time. We haven't eaten yet.
Breakfast either.
And
Martin,
Karen, is it still sleep time?
I'm just about to. I just opened a bottle of wine.
It's Father's Day here, and it's 2 o'clock in the morning.
Oh, happy Father's Day.
Will you Aussies be up for the match later?
Oh yeah, England are playing 5 o'clock.
Yeah.
Oh, you're 5 o'clock. What, in the
5 a.m.
morning?
5 o'clock in the
5
AM.
a.m. is it?
Yeah, 5 a.m. here.
Oh, blimey. God,
Are you
dear.
bothering, Martin?
I may be up. I'm not sure. My wife's away tonight, so
Where is she?
She's staying down at my son's place.
Okay.
I wonder why you're looking so happy.
We're waiting for a phone call in the next few weeks. It could be quite close, but we're going to be grandparents in the next couple of weeks.
Oh, what, that soon? I didn't think she was that far.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
First grandchild.
Oh, fantastic.
Oh, well done, Martin. We'll look forward.
Yeah.
Hopefully we'll get breaking news on the next crew bar.
Yes.
Yeah, it should. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, she should be.
Well, we'll
should
be
have dropped
thinking
by
of
then.
you.
Okay.
Definitely.
But by the way, Bobo, you're on location. Where are you on location?
I'm in a big park in Moira in County Armagh. So
you're back in Northern Ireland, are you?
Yeah. I came back on late Friday night. But I tell you what, south of Ireland, it's beautiful.
The West Coast,
yeah, the West Coast. Yeah, I'll do it again. So just
how did the camping go there?
Well, the first couple of nights wasn't too bad, but the one night at 3 a.m. the rain's coming down. I'm in this little 2-man tent, and I thought I'm going to have to abort this. But anyway, I survived it. And then the following night, I found this little bed and breakfast in the middle of nowhere. I was driving down cow tracks with grass in the middle of the road. And I stayed with this couple. They were just beautiful. No, it was a great time. I enjoyed it. It was good fun. Yeah,
Brilliant.
But you need good weather for camping.
Have you got photos of the tent, you in the tent? We haven't seen any of that.
Yeah. I've got the tech photo of the tent. I'll post it on. It's huge.
Brilliant. Yeah. Oh, we'll look forward to it. Well, cheers, Bobo, and cheers. Look, thanks for everybody, and Macca and Debbie and Martin down under, and well, obviously Colonel's doing his USA as usual, and Taffy over the other side of the Welsh channel. Good boy. All right.
Well, I have to say, Dave, before you go, the England game is on in Wales at 8 o'clock tonight.
Same time. That's handy. All right. Well, look, give everybody a wave to everybody, and we'll see you in a couple of weeks' time. It's lovely,
All right,
lovely
thank you,
seeing
everybody.
you all.
Bye, everyone.
Yeah, take care.
Take care.
Take care.
Take
Nice to
care.
see you all again.
Yeah.
Very
Bye.
good.
Cheers.
Okay,
Bye.
bye. Bye.
Bye.
Okay.
Bye. Bye.
See ya.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, this is Bobo in Southern Ireland. And guess what? I have come and I found an old ship buddy, which all of you know very, very well. And I'm going to introduce you. And most of you will remember Des. So this is Mr. Des American, the star of the show. Des, how old are you, first of all?
I'm 90 now, gone 90.
90, my goodness, so good. Okay, so you've lived in this house
I was born in this house in 1934.
And what's the name of the little village?
The name of the village is Kilmahill, County Clare.
County Clare, okay. Well, Bobo's visiting. He's managed to knock on Des's door. He didn't recognise me at first, but getting going, we've been talking about lots of guys. Des, just a very quick thing. Tell us about your ship life and when did you go to sea?
Well, I went to sea first of all in 1959.
Wow.
I went to sea and my first ship was an oil tanker. And that was in 1959. And then I joined the Arcadia for a little while. And then after that, I joined the ship called the Orontes, belonged to the Orient Line.
Right.
And then after that, I joined the Orchids. And then I worked on the Southern Cross for 2 years, belonged to the Shaw Savile Line. That company had two ships, the Northern Star and the Southern Cross.
Yes.
One going through the Panama and the other one going through Suez Canal. And then after the Southern Cross, I joined the Reina del Mar. No, I joined the Bremer Castle.
Okay. Union Castle Line?
Belonged to the Union Castle Line. And I stayed in the Union Castle, I think, for about, maybe I've done a few trips to the Union Castle. Then I joined the Reina del Mar in 1971. And I left the Reina del Mar in about 1975. And in 1975, I joined the Oriana.
That's when I remember you on the Oriana.
I stayed in the Oriana until 1985.
In which bar? The Stern Gallery?
I worked in the Stern Gallery. I worked in the Midship's Bar and the club up at the
Ocean Bar?
No, up at the top of the ship. I forget the name of it.
Yeah, I forget what the name of the ship. Yeah.
Then I worked in the Midship's Bar. I worked in all kinds of bars. But I joined the Canberra then in 85 and I worked in the Stern Gallery there for a long time. Then I worked in the Cricketers.
Cricketers Tavern.
Yeah. I worked in the Ocean Bar and I worked in most of the bars.
Oh, that's good.
And then I left. I packed up then in 1980, what let's see,
89?
No, 97 I packed up.
Oh, 97, my
97,
goodness
yeah.
me.
And I haven't worked since. I haven't worked for 27 years.
Well, that sounds pretty good.
And I never missed work. I never liked working in the first place.
And so how many years totally at sea?
I was at sea 38 years.
38 years.
Yeah.
My goodness me. Well, Des, we tracked you down and the guys in the crew bar, I'll post this on Sunday.
Very good, very good.
And they wanted to say a message to you. They said, it's great. They'd love you to come in the crew bar, but I know it's technology.
I don't have any technology.
It doesn't have any technology. But look, they wish you well.
Thank you very much.
And
thank you very much.
We wish that you live to 100.
Yeah, we hope so anyway.
All right. This is Bobo signing off with my friend Des, which you all know. All the best. Thanks, Des.